Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Nazir page 3, which discusses that there is a proper way of making the declaration that you are a Nazir, in which we've discussed yesterday is an individual that separates himself from wine, a person who lets his hair grow long, as well as does not come in contact with the dead. Now, what happens if a person says, I want to be kizeh, just like this? It's very vague, and the question is, what exactly does he mean by that statement? So, on this, the Talmud tells us that if a person would simply say those words, it's not very clear necessarily what he's referring to. However, if let's say there is a Nazir who is actually walking right in front of him, just happens to be walking and strolling right by, and he looks at him and says, I want to be kizeh, just like this person, then we say, all of a sudden, he is going to be a Nazir. And we derive from here, again, that there are many times when words are not so clear, but if you have a Nazir who already has accepted upon themselves without any doubt, and we see that he walks in front of you, and you make these statements, even though they're not so clear, it must be that you are thinking about what he is, and you say, I want to be just like him. So this is an important idea, because you could make these statements, and if the person is not in front of you, it may not mean anything. It may not really have any validity, and therefore, because of that, you're not a Nazir, and you're not going to change as a person. However, in the event that you see someone that you wish to be like, someone that you wish to emulate, and they are in front of you, then all of a sudden, you may become inspired and say, I want to be like this, which teaches us, among other things, the importance of having a good role model. And the people that are around you influence you. That when a person is someone who is lazy, doesn't work, and maybe doesn't speak so nice, even though you say, well, I just enjoy his company, it will eventually drag you down. One of the things that we ask for in our prayers every morning is to be distanced from a chavir ra, a bad friend, and a shachin ra, and also a bad neighbor. Now, even though technically a bad neighbor is hard to really avoid because you just live next to them, but the idea is that we are influenced by our surroundings. The people that we are in conversation with in the course of our days, that will, in certain ways, affect us, hopefully for the good. And therefore the notion, if you would see someone who's a Nazir, which means they accept upon themselves additional stringencies, they're strict and they take certain aspects of their life very serious, and they are highly dedicated to their faith, that scene can inspire you. And our goal, of course, is to be like that Nazir. When we walk around, we hope to be able to inspire others.